Raging Buffalo. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Raging Buffalo podcast. We are currently on our 18th episode this week.
18th?
I checked it before we came on this
we
time.
always
Usually I ask you.
We're always surprised by the episodes we're on.
That's it. It's turned into a bit of a theme. Now we are joined by a special guest today.
Who are we? Connor.
Oh, I'm Connor.
And I'm Tom.
And we're joined by Jackson today.
Hey.
He is a online personal trainer. Is it right to call you that?
Yeah, mate, that's fine. They'll go by.
Balanced Life Academy. Is that right?
That's it, mate. That's the biz.
So that's your company?
Yeah, mate. That's my online business. Yeah.
All right, cool. Before we get stuck into all that sort of stuff, how come you're in Chiang Mai?
Well, I'm glad I'm in Chiang Mai. I've been living in Bali the past 4.5 months. I packed up everything and left Australia early March.
Yep.
So transitioned the business online, and that's how I've been, working, creating income, so to speak. And I don't know, like last year when I was looking at places to move to, Chiang Mai came up in terms of being top of, pretty high on the list for expats to go to, live, work, etc. So I had it up the sleeve. Bali was the first draft pick.
I have no idea why. Bogans. I'm not going to say anything. So, Jackson, you're a top bloke. No methamphetamines for yourself.
No methamphetamines for me, mate. Yeah. Nice to clarify.
Just to put it out there. So you literally just packed up 5 months ago, 4.5 months ago.
Yeah.
That's the first time you've left Australia to start living somewhere else.
Exactly. Yeah, but it was planned. It was probably planned 9 months in advance. So it was. Yeah. It wasn't just I'm out of here. Yeah. But so I had Chiang Mai up the sleeve, and as Bali sort of came to mid-year and we sort of entered the winter, that's like the peak season, and all the Aussies, which I'm sure you boys would love.
Let's re-clarify. Not all the Australians.
Oh, this is a hard
majority of the Australians that go to
this cut and loose
to go to Bali are a particular type of Australian.
Yeah. I'm getting flashbacks to them first couple of episodes we did where we got really drunk just before
you
I
went to Bali.
Yeah, and that was the topic of conversation.
Yeah, you said you didn't like it, didn't you?
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan.
That and the whack coffee.
Yeah.
I went to Bali a little while ago with my partner because I'd never been before. When I was in Australia, I didn't go to Bali, but I've heard about all these that and the other. When I went to Bali, obviously the night scene is very much.
That's full on.
Yeah, it's not pretty sweet. It's not a place I would generally speak go on holiday. Yeah. But all that said and done. You're here in Chiang Mai now?
Yeah, mate. So I pulled the trigger. It just got a bit too full on. I couldn't. There was so many distractions, and it was taken away from my workflow and productivity. So I booked to come to Chiang Mai. I've never been to Thailand in my life. Booked a month here originally. Just flew in, and I've been here the past 3 weeks. I'm here for another week, 2 weeks down in Phuket. I'm actually there for a reason. While I'm in Phuket, I'm doing a 5-day course to get my qualifications to work on super yachts and cruise ships.
Okay.
I haven't really told many people this, but I'm going to.
So this is aside from the
online, yeah. So my dream job is to be a personal trainer on a super yacht in Europe, and that's what I'm going to go hard at next year. In the early mornings, late at nights, I can still do what I'm doing now. So best of both worlds, so to speak.
I'm surprised you didn't try that out when you were in Australia still. You didn't go to Whitsunday
It was in my head.
Islands.
It was in my head.
Because that is... Have you ever been there before?
I haven't. I heard it's magical.
For me, that was my favourite 2 months of my life.
Yeah, right. Wow.
2 of the best months in my life.
Peak life.
Peak, mate. I was living in a hostel. Mate, I had a ball. I was living in a hostel.
I
was there for 2 months, and I was just washing up dishes. That's all I was doing when I was there.
Yeah.
But the life is just loads of fun.
Yeah, I heard it's
crazy.
Amazing.
And so this is the thing. People come to Whitsundays, and they're all the people that have got beach bodies. And you're in a hostel, and every 3 days these people change because they go out on the boats. So they come to Whitsundays. They go to Early Beach. They stay there for one night, then they go on the boat for 3 or 4 days, and then they come back. So, and they're all there for partying because they're all just there for 6 months, 6 weeks, travelling down the East Coast.
Short
so if
time,
you're staying there for 2 months, you get to take everybody's first time in Early Beach every 3 days, every other day. It's brilliant. You get to, you just a ball. It's an absolute blast.
That sounds amazing, man. Yeah.
Oh, it was mental.
So good.
You see, it's not like living in a city. Because when you live in a city in Australia, you've got people that have been there for a long time as well.
Yeah.
Whereas Early Beach is just this magical place that people, if you're there, if you want a good time, I'm telling you, Connor, if you want a good time, go to Early Beach and just stay, or go and stay on one of the islands. But I'd say, even though Early Beach isn't on the islands, you've got that constant traffic of new people, fresh blood, fresh meat all the time.
Yeah.
It's loads of fun. I had
The
a ball.
conveyor belt.
Mate, I had an absolute ball there. It was brilliant.
Yeah, nice, man. I'll that's definitely on the to-do list. It's funny that...
There's a lot of super yachts there as well.
Yeah, interesting.
I had a very... It's not for radio.
It's not
I
for
had a
radio.
great
It was saved for
experience,
off
though.
air.
It was a mental experience. But yeah, super yacht's cool.
Yeah, sick, man. So yeah, that's what that's the goal. You know what I mean? I want to be able to run my online business and, you know, have that as a up my sleeve to, you know, work and live anywhere in the world that I want, essentially.
Oh. So when you say work on super yachts, what does that actually entail? What do you mean by that?
So like the goal is to work on a private super yacht. So it's not as commercial, it's not as big, less people. So I've got a few contacts in that to go off. I just need to get my qualifications, get on that. And, you know, I'm expecting it not just to be me training the person, you know, I'm expecting a bit of deckhand stuff and all that, but whatnot. But it's sort of the lifestyle I want to live, man. Like 1, 2, 3 months go hard, and then you have around that same time off with, you know, you've been living on a boat, so you haven't spent much money. But yeah, it's been in my head for the best part of 2 years as well. So now I'm gonna, you know, it's funny that I'm in Thailand and they got a world-class recognised qualification here, like in Phuket.
Really?
Yeah, it's all full. It's full
in
legit.
Phuket,
I've sussed
not
it
Chiang
out.
Mai,
Yeah, that's
Phuket.
where I'm going to do it, mate, at the Mariner.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, you know, it nearly writes itself. So yeah, I was going to stay in Chiang Mai 2 months, but I've cut that to 5 weeks. So yeah, I'm here for another week and a half, and then jetting down south. I'll do all my stuff there, and then I'm going back to Bali late August. At this stage, I plan to finish the rest of the year there and head back mid-December and make the most of a bit of my favourite time in Australia, which is, you know, the Chrissy schedule.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You really like that time?
It's unreal, man. Yeah.
Absolutely boiling, man.
Yeah, I love it.
Boiling.
It's
You
good.
love that?
Yeah, it's just a good vibe,
The hotter
man.
the
Everyone's happier.
So what
the
do you
weather's
usually
good.
like, when you're in Australia, what do you like doing for Christmas? Because I spent a couple of them down there, and you
I would have been loose from your end. You would have been there without family and that, yeah?
Hey?
Were you in Australia without family and that?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you would have.
I haven't had
had a good
Christmas
time.
with my family for 6.5 years now.
Wow,
7
man.
years.
Wow.
Yeah, because when I finished my masters when I was 25, I decided to leave the country.
Yep.
So all my tutors and everyone would say, no, stay in England a year and get qualified as an architect. I'm like, nah, whatever. So I left the country.
Yeah.
Went to New Zealand,
Yeah.
try to get a job over there and practice. Mate, New Zealand is... All right, what do you think about this as a quote for New Zealand? It's a rich man's paradise, poor man's hell.
I've never been to New Zealand, mate.
All right. Never. It's standard.
Funny that.
Australians never go.
Funny
Kiwis
that.
love
Well, I haven't
love
been
going
to Whit
Australia.
Sundays.
Hey?
You're raving about the Whit Sundays. I've never stepped foot there either. It's
Mate.
funny.
Whit Sundays is amazing. It's
Yeah.
just down the road from you and all. It's only about 4
So
hours
sweet.
away. Not far at all.
Yeah, I'll be getting there for sure. You've sold it to me. You're doing a good job.
Yeah. Oh,
But,
mate, it's fantastic.
What was Australia like for Christmas? You know, they're doing what you're doing about like families and all that.
Well, there's loads of backpackers.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You
Even
sorta-
though I hate being clumped in with backpackers, because generally speaking, I'll go to a city and I'll stay there for a few months at a time,
Yeah.
or for a year or wherever. So you get to know the place that you're in.
Mm-hmm.
If you get a lot of people that come through and they'll stay for 2 or 3 days and go, oh, it's amazing, I want to live there. And then I'll go, you don't know anything about this place.
Yeah.
You've seen some pretty things,
Yeah.
but you don't understand about the infrastructure. You don't understand about all these other things as well that are implicated when you live in a city or in a different country. But in any case, it was quite nice. There was loads of people. There were a few people there that were mates with, and we had a barbecue. I made some very, very nice Sunday I made Christmas burgers.
Yeah.
The Christmas burgers, because I thought it's warm in it. We're having barbecue.
Yeah.
So I thought I'll do something to remind us of a home.
Yeah.
That's a bit refreshing. So I got turkey, mincemeat, got some cranberries, put them into the middle of into the turkey bap. And before we went to the barbecue, I'd already cooked them off anyways to make sure I weren't going to kill people. And instead of having onions, got some... Yeah, what's the vegetable called? The green vegetable. I can't believe sprouts.
Yeah.
Got some sprouts and shredded them. Got some carrots, shredded that as well, and some parsnips and shredded them.
Yeah.
And fried them. So it's like you're having the fried onions, and then made some gravy sauce.
Cool, man.
So it was like
Kept that tradition.
It was a Christmas dinner in a burger. It was
That's
beautiful,
cool.
man.
Yeah, I heard it kicks on for you guys.
I have no idea what Christmas is like in England, man.
Yeah.
Go over to Europe. for Christmas, and it's a full-on month of just celebrating, getting smashed. Every Friday you finish work at maybe 2, 3.
Yeah.
You go out to so they have got German markets there now in Britain.
Okay.
Which is really nice. Now it's been there all the time when I was in university. And you go and you're drinking your Steins or whatever, your Massers, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And you go out for lots of work dues.
That's it, yeah.
And then you've got your Christmas Eve. You might be with your family, might go for a drink.
Can't forget the good old Christmas markets as well. Going out and drinking hot mulled wine and mulled cider and
cool, man.
getting all the cakes and that at the stands.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
cool,
Full time of year.
and that's all the German stuff. It's all the German stuff that it's just been incorporated into British. It's become a British tradition of the last maybe 10 years, hasn't it?
Interesting.
It started coming in when I went to university, and it stuck. And it's a wonderful thing. And if I went to Munich for Christmas, and it's awesome. It's exactly the same as the Christkindl markets, all the Christmas markets. It's a beautiful place,
Cool,
and all snow and what have you. But yeah, on Christmas Day, everything's shut down. You stay at home.
Be a good experience,
It might have rained the night before. Usually, forget about snow. Forget about snow until January, February time.
Yeah, that's the weirdest thing, isn't it? Around February usually.
January,
okay.
February, you'll have snow.
Yeah, I couldn't fathom like a white Christmas. It's just, I've never been out of Australia for it, so to me, it's not on the spectrum.
You never been to Victoria, Mount Victoria, for a bit of snow?
No, man. I've only seen snow one place in my life, and that was in Switzerland. Super
you went to
touristy.
Switzerland.
Yeah, I
Very
did the old
nice.
Kentucky. Do you know what a Kentucky tour is?
I've heard of it.
Yeah,
I've heard of this.
yeah,
It's just
everyone's
it's
heard of it.
Australians cutting loose, not really understanding about the culture. It's pretty much like the East Coast
wild.
travelling, isn't it?
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
But it was just a 23-day whirlwind, and we touched snow in Switzerland, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But that's only me.
It's after a while it wears. So when you see I don't know about yourself, Connor, but when I were a kid, or even now, I see the snow and go, oh, it's amazing, it's snowing. And then you go outside and you get all the snow, you make snowballs, and after 5 minutes you go, my hands are bloody freezing. Why have I not put gloves on? Where's my hats? Why have I not got my coat on? Why am I still wearing slippers? And then
Every time.
Yeah.
I love the snow. I'm
Yeah.
not one of these people that poo-poo snow. I think it's awesome stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
getting
mate.
back to what we just digress.
We angled off.
Oh, mate, all the time. So, in Chiang Mai, you're going to go down to Phuket and do some stuff with the yachting and what have you.
Yeah.
and get
So
into
I'm
that.
very north in Phuket. I didn't want to go anywhere near Patong. I've heard it's just a bit similar to Kuta in Bali, which
Oh, mate, a
yeah.
lot of the islands are like that. I'm not
I'm
really.
not a big fan.
I'm not
Eh?
really a big fan of the islands, to be fair.
Each to their own, but it's not really my cup of tea at this
Just make me
stage of my
ill.
life. You know
I
what
just
I
feel
mean?
really ill when I'm in the islands. I don't know if it's the weather.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
just not used to it. I'm not built for it.
Yeah,
I'm built
right.
for cold. I'm built for it to be freezing and to be throwing it down, loads of wind. I hate the wind and rain, but I'm built for it.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm not built for the sun.
Yeah.
And I've always been dead against the heat. So when I went to Australia and New Zealand and being over here and it's hot, and I've just had to learn to you just breathe and relax, and then you're all right with the heat.
Yeah.
If you stress out about it,
Yeah.
like
Gets
on
to
the
you
rare
quick.
occasion when I do, you lose your head over it.
Yeah, mate, it eats you up.
Just don't think about it.
Yeah. But it's different, the heat over it. It's not dry.
Yeah.
Wet, it's very humid, and that's stressful, man.
When I first got here, man, that first week and a half, and the sun was out, it's like high 30s, 40 degree every day, and then just like that, bang, it's been raining nearly every day since.
We are in the wet season. It's been the
Yeah.
wet season, really.
I
for
thought
the
it was a
last-
bluff. I called a bluff first week. I was like, no way, this is wet season, and then
Well, he should have started. He should have started
Keeping you
about.
away.
He should have started about a month ago.
Yeah,
This
right.
all this rain, but it didn't. I mean, this is like what we used to back home, innit? And in last year it was drizzling like this a lot as well. I don't know if
this
it's
is good
common.
weather for you blokes, isn't it?
Yeah, mate. Well, the rugby was amazing for it. It was wet and it was
It's
muddy and it
always
was-
fun playing in the wet, wasn't it?
Oh, it's awesome. And the pitch that we played on the weekend at Prince Royals College,
Yeah.
between Central Festival and the Old City, it was really boggy and muddy. And there was a French guy came to play for us called Evan, and there was a guy who lives in Canada now, but his mum and dad are Vietnamese, and he was over playing for us just for the weekend.
Yeah.
And you're going, oh, the pitch is rubbish. It's not right. I'm like, what are you about? I'm my mate Stanton from Leeds. I'm from Leeds myself as well, and,
Cool.
and we were saying, well, you can still see your feet when you put your feet on the pitch. You don't lose a leg. Like it reminds me of like in Bradford Baildon. If you stand on that pitch, you lose a leg.
Yeah, right.
Because there's so many big puddles and
Yeah,
what
right.
have you. So I was like, we were laughing. We were saying, brilliant. A bit boggy, but it's all right. It's
Yeah.
good. It's proper old school rugby.
Yeah, mate. Tell me about because I only met Connor 2 days ago on a visa run.
Yeah.
But he did mention briefly about how you're starting like a rugby competition
Oh, mate.
up here. He said rugby. I'm from the East Coast of Australia, so rugby league's my everything. You know what I mean? And
yeah. So Burgess brothers, you love them.
Yeah. I don't love them, but I respect them. They're the Warriors.
So my claim to fame with the rugby league is that I used to go to college with Luke Burgess.
Oh wow!
And so I took him down. I tackled him.
Yeah,
when I was playing house rugby at college.
Were they all big boys?
Mate, massive, man.
Yeah,
they're absolutely huge.
Yeah.
Well, the Goliaths.
Were they guns growing up? Like,
I saw them for 2 years.
Yeah.
I used to go to high school with them.
They went to Bradford originally, didn't they?
No,
they didn't go to Bradford.
No. They went to Hemmerwhite Grammar School.
Okay.
Hemmerwhite Grammar School is between Leeds and Huddersfield.
But is it like the first team they played for in the Super League? Was it Bradford?
No, Luke played for Rhinos.
Okay.
And Sam, George and Tom went to Bulls.
Okay.
Went to Bradford Bulls.
Yeah. That makes sense.
They're big lads.
Yeah.
I worked at Nando's with George.
Yeah.
for a little while before he got his contract for Bradford Bull when he was 18.
Yeah,
and
right.
Luke,
I think he's going back. He's going back next season, man. He's going to Wigan.
Is he actually?
Yeah, I'm sure it's George.
Wigan are in the they're in the trenches right now.
Yeah.
I think.
I think they're going.
Wigan are doing all right now, aren't they?
They're going all right
Leeds,
now. Yeah.
Leeds and Bradford are.
Bradford are in the second league, and Leeds have been
Leeds are doing really bad.
Yeah, they're having
It's
crappy year.
mental. These two are superpowers. It's mad how it's working. But anyway, I know Huddersfield is Huddersfield Giants is where I used to play rugby for Huddersfield.
Cool.
When I was a kid, the Rugby Union team in Lockwood. And the rugby's there. It's good.
Yeah,
it's good. Yeah,
awesome.
I mean, that's where the first rules for league was penned in Huddersfield.
Really?
Yeah, outside the train station.
Oh,
Thing Australians always go, "Oh, rugby league's our game." I'm like, no, it's not, mate. It's Yorkshire. It's from Huddersfield. It's been worked, between the Australian and English understanding of how the rules should be played.
Yeah.
To what we've got now, but yeah, it's very much a British.
It's
thing.
funny how like you love Union and like league to you's boring, and like I love league and Union to me is boring. Like it's crazy just what country you're in.
It's mad. I'm from north of England and I like Union, not league.
Yeah, very true.
It's just like when I went to high school, that's what we got into was Union.
Yeah.
And I'm a back. No, I'm not. I'm obviously not a forward. Not in England anyway. Over here, I'm a prop forward.
Yeah, man.
We're in England. I'm a wing or fullback. So when you play in Union, you can see the places that you want to go, and you can make moves to work around it.
Yep.
Whereas with league, it's very much pick the ball, go very quick.
It's a lot faster.
1 or 2 passes, then you get tackled. And for me, that's very tedious. Like at the weekend, we had an amazing drive. We pushed 20 meters off 25 meters. It must have been about eight rucks, but very quick.
Yep.
Bam, 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 bam. We just got a try.
Yeah, right.
We passed it out to the wing, got a try. Amazing work.
What's the contingent of people playing rugby up here? Like, is there a lot of Aussies, English?
Well, it's slow and steady, really. Over the last 18 months, like we discussed in the previous episode, I have been slowly creating a team, the Lana Rugby team. We've developed a league at the same time, the Lana 10s Rugby League.
Cool.
And we had about 7 or 8 teams involved to begin with, but then 4 of them dropped out, 3 of them, whatever, because they were worried they didn't have enough players. Now, what I say is, I don't care. We'll lend you players.
Yep.
People lend us players. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
As long as you're playing the game.
Yeah.
And it's all about getting people playing.
Getting on the park.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we have subs. It's 100 baht subs. That's what the Lana Rugby Club goes by. And for training, it's 100 baht. Cheap as chips. And we just progress like that. And it's been happening slowly. Been developing.
That's fantastic.
This weekend was the opening weekend.
Yeah.
And my team, Lana Rugby Club, we were the opening match we had the opening match. And we beat them 17-14. We beat CMU, Chiang Mai University. And then we had the last match as well, the closing match of the day. And that was against PRC, and they were hosting Prince Royals College. We lost. Now, I really do think that the referees have a big say in how the game can play. And the first match, we had a very good referee, played a lot of advantage for both teams, and it wasn't 2-stop start. The last match was very one-sided, I believe. But anyway, I digress. We can go talk about it all day long. I don't know about yourself, Connor, but I reckon we could be having an advert.
Should we bring an advert on?
I think I can hear it. This advert. Whoa, what's this advert going to be about? I don't know.
Hello.
Hi, am I speaking with Mr. Dover, Ben Dover?
No, not exactly.
Great, not to worry.
What?
You're holidaying in Thailand right now, aren't you?
Yeah?
Fantastic. And your visa's about to expire, isn't it?
No, I've literally just got here.
Great, and you're having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Awesome. Sounds like you're having a marvellous time. And you want to keep it going for as long as possible, right?
Yeah?
Quality. So let's get you on the next visa run.
Wait, what?
Have you ever been to prison before?
No.
Great stuff. That means it's a new experience for you, right?
No, I guess.
So when you went to Cambodia, you saw the prisons of Khmer Rouge, right?
I haven't been.
Great stuff. You're living in Chiang Mai, the old city, yeah?
No, Niman Hotel.
Okay, Niman Hotel. Cool, and
Wait.
It's a cool place, right?
Wait,
You're
did you just
enjoying
write
the
that?
food here?
I mean, yeah, it's nice, spicy though, but
Yeah, it's pretty hot, isn't it? You're enjoying the cheeky little tuk-tuks in town?
fast, very fast.
Tell me about it. They're loads of fun.
Yeah.
So what's your last name again?
Hamilton.
Okay, that's Charlie Hamilton, isn't it?
No, Connor Hamilton.
From Connor Hamilton.
Wait, hang on.
And your room number is 352, right?
841.
No problem. 841.
No,
No problem. Great stuff, Connor Hamilton. So the bus is going to come and pick you up at
What
Niman
bus?
Hotel, 481, and just make sure you have your passport
What-
ready. We'll take you to the border, you cross over, they'll interrogate you, and they'll keep you hostage for 24 hours.
What?
Really exciting, isn't it? So when you're there, you can go and have a look through the market, look at the exotic wares, such as the knockoff Nikes, the Ray-Bans, opium, Rolexes, mum's favourite perfume, street food, and of course the knuckle dusters for your favourite nephew. Any questions?
Yeah, I've got a lot of questions
I know,
actually,
great.
but
So it's only 5,000 baht. Pay when we arrive, otherwise we'll beat it at you later. And then you can enjoy the rest of your extended stay in Thailand. Kopkun crab, Sawadee crab.
whoa, hang on a second.
Visa run. We'll take your money. We don't care if you just arrived. We'll take your money. We don't care where you're from. We'll take your money. We're Chiang Mai border bandits. We'll take your money.
Oh, what an amazing advert. How about that, guys? What did you think about that?
Oh,
Red hot.
absolutely red hot. Alright, so as everyone's aware, Con and I are here, and we've got his guest Jackson. All right, Jackson.
Hey.
And you have your online company, and you
Yep.
you help people with getting in shape.
Yep.
That's about right.
Yep. To put it short.
All right, so walk us through how'd you manage to get into this profession? To begin
Cool,
with?
man. So I went to Europe like 5 years ago, and I come back. I was labouring around that time, and I wanted to do something that I loved. And I really enjoy helping people. That's the whole reason I got into the personal training side of things.
Yeah.
Fitness, yeah, awesome. I love that. I love time in the gym and all that stuff. But it was more so helping people. I knew that I could. I knew that if I, in the position, I definitely could. So I got my qualifications and I got into that. I worked as a face-to-face personal trainer, running my own business on the Central Coast where I lived for 4 years. So I was a franchisee. I ran my business in that specific gym. And 9 months before departing Australia to Bali, I put in the groundwork to transition to exclusively online because I wanted to have that luxury of working all around the world from my laptop, but more so being able to open my doors to more people. You know, like I set my hours back in the day for 30 hours a week. You know, I wanted a bit of balance. I was just doing 30 hours a week and I was fitting in X amount of people. And that's it. You know what I mean? So with what I've set up now, I can handle a lot more people. And essentially just, you know, really open my doors a lot wider. So, yeah, Balanced Life Academy.
You get your qualifications first in health and science?
So Cert 3 and 4 in fitness.
In
That's
what, sorry?
A certificate 3 and 4 in fitness.
Okay.
That's what you need to be a personal trainer on the ground floor. So, yeah, that's what you need to these days to work in a gym and whatnot. A lot of people are running around, especially on online and that. And you can do anything you want online and you don't need... You know, no one's going to ask to see qualifications, are they?
Yeah.
That's the funny thing this day and age. But, yeah, qualified PT, look out. There's not many of them left. But, yeah, Balanced Life Academy. So I flipped my face-to-face business to online. One of the hardest things I've ever done in my life.
Yeah?
It was wild, man. And, like, I was doing it all by myself. I had a 3-week delayed date from just technical issues, trying to get the website right, the payment side of things right.
Yeah.
And then, like, while I'm doing all that, I haven't made any content, haven't done any marketing. So, yeah, it was all new to me. So it took a few months to get going in that. Thankfully, now I've got the flow going and, like, things are going good.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it definitely took a while, man. That online space, you know, I had no one to turn to for help in that regard. So I just dived in and I gave it my all. So obviously it's going to be a bit of a natural, slower progression. But with my academy, I help people with their training, everything. I do specific personalized training programs. I have my own app, which helps with that. So you could be in the gym and, you're on the app flicking through what you need to do next. There's notes in there, rest times, sets, cues, all that stuff. And nutrition, we spoke about that a little bit in the break before. I help people to really understand like calories, energy expenditure, so how much calories you need to get to where you want to go. A lot of things, especially nutrition in the fitness industry, it's really overcomplicated and there's a lot of smoke and mirrors around it.
It's a very good point to make. I mean, we were talking before that. So I like to keep myself healthy. I've always been in shape.
Yeah.
However, a year ago, I went off the tracks a little bit, found a little bit of podge around my belly, around my midriff. And funnily enough, I got a personal trainer online from New Zealand.
Yeah, right.
From New Zealand. He was referenced to me from a friend that lives in Chiang Mai.
Okay.
Who's also from New Zealand.
Okay.
One of his mates that helps get people in shape. And I'm not sure if I think he's got all the qualifications, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But in any case, the diet that he put me on was a keto diet. And it's, okay then, my understanding for diets was that carbs can be very dangerous for you if you have too many of them.
Yeah.
So usually in my previous life, when I was at university and what have you, I'd be eating a lot of veg, a little bit of meat anyway. Yeah. That's what my diet was generally. So he put me back onto that because in Thailand, it's very hard, nigh impossible to avoid carbohydrates.
Yeah, man, it's not
most
easy.
Most people, I mean, my partner's dad, he has 2 plates, mountains of rice with every meal.
Wow.
For a start, it's mental.
But yeah, like carbs are demonized unnecessarily. It's quite hilarious how much, carbs are frowned upon. With all my members and all my clients, like I don't cut out one macronutrient, protein, carbs or fats.
Macronutrients to me, if people
put this to
I would assume like broccoli would be a macronutrient because there's loads of nutrients in it.
So broccoli is a carbohydrate. You know what I mean? But it's obviously got a lot of vitamins and minerals, micronutrients.
Right.
Okay, so the macronutrients, which are going to build up calories essentially, fat, protein, and carbohydrates, yeah? So you say you went on the ketogenic diet before, you're cutting out carbohydrates. Yeah. That's massively, a macronutrient. So right there, that's going to take away X amount of calories. And that's going to bring you down to a high likely chance you're going to be in a calorie deficit.
Right.
A calorie deficit is the only way you can lose weight. Right. So you got people on the ketogenic diet, they've been recommended onto it or for whatever reason, and they've cut out carbs, they're now in a calorie deficit and they're now losing weight. Yeah. Awesome. So they're now going to preach it to X amount of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's just unsustainable. Like, what, are they going to go the rest of their life without having a carb? No. And also a lot of that weight that comes from taking out carbs is a lot of water weight. Carbs hold water.
Right.
So, it's short and sweet and it's temporary. I'm not about myself. I'm not about temporary, and I've never been about coaching temporary to others. So I really plan bigger picture, and all about sustainability, man. So yeah, no fads, no.
What would you say is good for a diet,
mate?
So if someone's looking to lose weight, they've got people.
Well, first and foremost, you need to be in a calorie deficit. 80% nutrient dense food and 20% soul food. So if you want that donut or you want, the pork crackling, whatever, you can fit it in. Right. You just need to be prepared to track all this. And that's what I teach people, like tracking, weighing, all that stuff, which may sound methodical, but it's very easy. And it's also, it's quite enjoyable once you get into it and get an understanding because you have so much freedom. You're like, I can fit in 3 donuts today, banging.
So I'm trying to figure out, so with your diet, would there be so essentially be a keto diet with a few extras? No,
it's a all-rounded balanced diet. I don't cut. Yeah, if it was keto, it'd be no carbs.
Yeah, for a meal then, what would you say? So
if I sit down and get something to eat, first thing, the hardest macronutrient to get is protein. That's the building block of muscles.
Right. Yeah.
That's the most important macronutrient. I say to all my members. So I'm trying to get as much protein in that meal as possible. So if I'm ordering something with chicken, I'll more than likely be like, okay, can I have double chicken? So that's going to get my protein intake up.
However, I'm also aware that you can only take on so much protein in one sitting. So if you have so much chicken in one go, a lot of the protein is going to be redundant.
Wasted, yes. Yeah. It's sort of an old myth. Sort of.
You
don't, There's a lot more important aspects to look at than, oh shit, I shouldn't be having 60 grams of protein this sitting while you've got 200 carbs on your plate. You know what I mean?
Swearing gun out the window now.
Sorry. I've had that conversation so many times with people.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if I sit down to get a meal, protein intake's high, and carbs and fats are going to be sort of distributed around. You know, if I'm training after it, I'm going to have a lot more carbs as opposed to fats. So carbs are going to give you energy.
Yeah.
And that's what you want training.
But I heard that carbo loading as well
again,
is a bit of a myth.
Yeah, it's a myth, man. Like you can have.
So you're doing carbo loading, but you're aware that it's a myth.
I want more carbs around my training because I know that I'm going to train a lot better. So it just
okay.
makes sense, you know what I mean? But that's not necessary. That's just a general feeling for me. And
so is that just more your psyche than it is?
It's
physical.
Yeah, it's definitely going to give me more energy. Yeah, it's going to give me more fuel in the tank. But yeah, back to the point. Everything around nutrition that I have a say in, it's all balanced, man. You know, like there's not. It just all comes down to calories. You know what I mean? Like there's no bad or good food. You know what I mean? But it's just all well-rounded, man. Like I just coach people the bigger picture. It's all about balance. That's the name of the company. That's the name of the business. And that's what I preach myself, and that's what I like to install in people. But
one thing that upsets me when I see people saying, "Oh, I'm on a diet." Oh yeah, so I'm not having lunch. I'm just having a little bit of food. But the problem is that when you're not having enough food, your body's going to put on weight more than it lose weight, because your body then goes into a Well, what I'm aware is that your body goes into a flight or fight, I guess, and your body goes, well, I'm not getting all the nutrients, so I'm going to keep as much as I can.
You're going to lose weight if you're in a calorie deficit, and you're going to put on weight if you're in a calorie surplus. You're not going to put on weight if you're not eating, because you're essentially going to be in a calorie surplus. Does that make sense? You're going to look like shit because, you know, your body's going to not cooperate, so to speak, because it's got no fuel in it, and you won't feel good. But in terms of putting on like actual weight, that won't happen in a deficit, only in a surplus. So unless they're having
maybe I spoke wrong.
That's okay.
It slows down.
Yeah,
massively slows down the process of being able to get in shape.
If
you cut down, if people
you're not,
they say they're on a diet and they think diet is cutting out food,
but
it's not. It's just making sure you're eating the right food.
A lot of people's problem is they're not eating enough.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I just coach people to hit numbers and how to get to that number in the most simplest way possible. Because as I said, man, there's a lot of overcomplicatedness and a lot of bullshit getting spun out there. So.
And how many clients do you have at the moment?
At the moment, I did my books last night. I've got 16. Yeah, man.
And is it? And do you do courses just for over a month, 2 months,
so I got a weekly
longevity?
I've got a weekly rolling membership, and I've got 12 weeks up front. So they're my two memberships. I also offer a 7-day free trial to get a feel of it, and we go over a few things, specifically more nutrition in that trial, and just get people a bit of a basic understanding of calories, expenditure, and whatnot.
I mean, you get a lot of people they're at a loss as what to do. And people,
and that's completely fair.
It's not bad to ask for help.
No, not at all, man. You know, a lot of people don't even whether it's for your health or business or anything, man. A lot of people aren't, a bit timid to ask for help these days. But the help's out there, so you got to reach for it. You'll only be better for it,
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's pretty much what I do day in, day out.
Now the course that you do, it's not just about diet. It's not just about nutrition, but it's about what you do to build muscle, to lose weight.
So it's exercise, nutrition, and the lifestyle things. You know what I mean? Like if your lifestyle shit, having a good training and diet, nutrition regime isn't going to be that good.
What do you mean by lifestyle? Like
sleep, stress, just little habitual things. You know what I mean? They all add up massively, man. You know what I mean? Like, so I really try and get that set down pat first, and just try and get a bit of a routine and a flow of that bigger picture stuff, and that filters all down in. To the what the training's going to be, the volume of the training, what the nutrition's going to look like, how much they need to be eating. Yeah. So it stems from the top and works its way down.
So you've got 16 customers. Yep. At the moment, and they've been with you for a long time.
Oh well, yeah. I've had some that have been with me for the full duration, so 4.5 years.
Oh wow! And they've seen a big change in how they feel and how they look.
I've never had a client not get results, whether it be it's 99% going to be physical, but also just. The knowledge side of things that they can utilize there and onwards. You know what I mean? Like I've had a lot of people come and go, and they're in a better state them what they were just by the knowledge that I've thrown in their back pocket.
I don't know about you, but exercise makes me feel a world of good.
Oh, absolutely, man.
So for a long while in Thailand, I've always exercised. I always like going to the gym. I like going. So when I was in Melbourne, I used to run around Albert Park, and then I'd go to the gym.
Yep.
When I was in New Zealand, I was living in Auckland, so I'd run from my house, which was near K Road, which is a bit dodgy. People in New Zealand know what I'm on about.
Yeah.
So I'd just run down K Road, and I'd run all the way to, what's the gym called now? We got it in Australia as well. It's a group.
F45.
No.
Good.
It's cheap.
Yeah, right.
Cheap and nice.
Okay.
You know, it's all right. Anyway, so I'd run all the way to that gym, then you work out, and I'd run all the way back.
Yeah.
But when I came to Thailand, I stopped exercising because I was busy experiencing a bit of the culture, I guess.
Yeah.
I experienced it a bit too much.
Yeah.
And you start to feel low.
Yeah, man.
And you don't realise until... Because I've always exercised. I've always been happy. I've always felt good.
Yep.
And then you realise after 2 years, you go, I don't feel good now. And I need to get back in shape. I need to feel good.
Yeah.
Then you start exercising. So the first 2 weeks are always killer. Or the first month is always a killer.
Yeah.
If you haven't done exercise for a long time.
Yeah.
or
You
haven't done
lose it
before,
quick. You know, you don't use it, you lose it.
And then you start doing it and your pain, your agony all over the place.
Yeah.
But then after a month, you're back in it.
You got your groove, yeah.
Your endorphin levels raise.
Yeah,
and
the endorphins.
And you're feeling you're buzzing.
Yeah, man. It's honestly exercise. It's a remedy for so many problems, man. And it's so many people's, including mine. It's that anchor. Yeah. It's the anchor in life. You know, it's that pillar that is just going to always be there, and you can always go back to. You know, you're working on yourself for yourself. To me, there's no bigger positive affirmation than that.
Yeah.
It says it all, really. You know.
Have you ever found yourself in a bit of a hole?
Yeah,
and
man.
You haven't exercised, or you haven't done sport, or whatever for a long while, and you're
yeah, of course.
And you're wondering, oh no.
Yeah, man. Especially like moving to a new country and that. Like it's hard to get in that flow. Like I've done it twice now. I moved to Bali, moved to here, and you know moving to Thailand and getting into it was a lot easier than going to Bali and finding my feet there. Yeah, man. Because it was new to me. I never lived in a country, so I had other things that had more.
Yeah.
Maybe not more, but as much as importance, like getting the business up and running.
Yeah.
Where I'm eating every day, you know, is his accommodation sweet for next month? So yeah, and you know, and right now I'm in an amazing routine. I come over here, man, and I was looking forward to not knowing anybody here, and I've got into an unreal routine. It's what I said I wanted to come here for, of just work, eat, train, repeat, and the business has improved. Yeah. Physically, I got back to where I was 5 months ago before moving here. And it's been a really good reset, you know what I mean? And I gave up alcohol too. I've been sober for just over a month now, and I'm going to go 3 months. Yeah. So that always helps.
Yeah.
But, yeah, again, it's the foundation, man, exercise. It really is. And, you know, for everyone that, you know, love exercising, I'm sure they'll raise their hand and attest to that. And for everybody that, you know, may, feel like there's something they're missing out in life, I'm very confident in saying exercise is the answer. It's going to give you a lot back. Yeah.
Mate, it's 100%. I completely agree. I mean, it's funny, you know, you talk about alcohol. I don't drink much. I drink very rarely. And with the rugby, because sometimes I'll go weeks without drinking.
Yeah.
But then with the rugby, because I need to do a social, I need to do team socials.
Yeah.
And I'll need to go out.
Big,
so I'll have a couple
social
of beers.
thing, eh?
But, you know, I'm not a big fan of drinking loads because the day after it ruins your day.
Yeah.
When I was at university, I didn't have time to go out drinking because I had so much work to do every day to get done for the week, to be able to show the tutors and this and that and the other. That I just never, when I was at university, I never really drank unless it was, well, towards the end in May.
Yeah.
That's why the only time I really drank was in May, maybe Christmas time as well.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I'd be working solid, and you don't miss it because if you're busy, you're exercising, you're feeling good, and you're progressing with your life.
Yeah,
I'm preaching, but
yeah, exactly.
You make you feel good.
And I'm not telling anyone to like give up alcohol or anything. There's a place and a time. You know what I mean? It's just all in moderation. But for me, it's just it's just taking that out, and you know, it's just as you said, man. Like the next day, there was no productivity.
Yeah,
and I not as if I can't afford a day like that, but I just don't want a day like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I want to be on the ball.
Yeah, I understand completely. Yeah,
I'd say it's just a sacrifice for 3 months, but in saying that, it's hardly one for me.
Yeah.
I
mean, this is the thing. Like, if you want to get onto it, if you want to get involved, and you're wondering, what should I do next for my health to feel good, and and maybe you just want that extra little boost of energy. You might be buzzing already, but you want to get that extra little bit. I'm sure you can get in touch with Jackson yourself, can't you? I mean, what's your app called?
Cool, man. So you're better off finding me on Instagram or Facebook. Have a business page on there, which is Balanced Life Academy. So very easy to find on there. Website, www.balancedlifeacademy.net. And myself, just Jackson Kennedy on Instagram or Facebook. And I'll be pretty easy to find, I reckon. So, happy to answer any questions and help out anyone who has a bit of a query and wants a bit of a change up with their routine, so to speak.
Yeah. That's great. I mean, I think it's always good when there's someone to help you out.
Yeah, that's it.
And for me, when I was even though I was put on a keto diet, it still helped me out a lot.
Yeah.
I lost a lot of weight and I've kept it off and I'm exercising again. And I always feel the diet's one part, but all right then. I don't know if you know BoJack Horseman. You know that show?
Nah, man.
It's a Netflix show.
Yeah, right.
It's a cartoon. And it's animals, people with got animals' heads and all that sort of stuff. It's pretty, it's pretty out there, pretty funny. And there's one clip that he decides BoJack is an actor from the 90s from a TV show, and he's downtrodden. He's just given up on life really. But in this episode he decided to pick himself back up.
Yep.
And he goes for a run, and after 10, 15 meters he stops and he's knackered, he's puffing, and goes, oh, and he keeps on going. Gets top of the hill, falls down on the grass. And this monkey, this guy with the monkey's head, leans over the top of him, taking the sun away. And he goes, "Don't worry, it'll get easier." So what do you mean? I say it'll get easier. Every day you've got to get up, and you're going to make yourself do it, and that's the hard thing.
Yeah.
Doing exercise is the hard thing.
Yeah, man. Getting that start's hardest bit.
The more you do it, it gets easier.
Yeah.
And it makes yourself feel a million times better.
Absolutely.
It doesn't get easier, you get better.
That's it, man.
Yeah. It's always hard, man. I hate I tell you what, right? I hate going to the gym. I absolutely resent it.
Yeah, right.
But I'll go to the gym and I'll do my exercise that I need to do.
Yeah, you'd be walking out of there being like, shit, I'm glad I got in.
And worst day of the week is leg day. Absolutely the worst day. I hate leg day. I hate it because I know I'm gonna have to do squats.
Yeah.
Or I hate having to do my shoulders and my back because I know I'm gonna have to do deadlifts.
Yeah.
I hate doing my chest because so I've started to pump it now, and so I'll do 100k bench press, and I hate that stuff. I hate it. It's just the worst feeling. But once you've done it, you just feel the best. You feel 1,000,000%.
Cool. You never regret a workout.
Oh, not at all.
Oh.
So I think we've got, I don't know. Well, we've got quite a lot of cool, great information. In fact,
It's been a pleasure. Thanks for having me on, guys. It's the first podcast I've ever been a part of. It's something actually that I'd love to. I've had in my to-do book. I want to start one day. So there'll be a spot for both of you lads to come on. That's for sure. But yeah, thanks so much for having me on.
That's no worries. Thank you very much, Jackson.
My pleasure.
It's been our pleasure, hasn't it?
It's been a good time.
So if we go takeaway, we always do a takeaway segment.
Yeah.
So the takeaway for today is don't be scared to ask for help.
Yeah.
There's always help there.
Yeah.
Jackson has got his website that can help you out. It's like Balanced
Life Academy, that anyone wants to improve their health, body composition, and lifestyle.
Yeah. Exercise is good. Don't be scared of it. It's more scared of you than you are of it.
Yeah.
And get on board. Isn't that right?
That's right.
So Jackson, do you want to join us on the outro?
I don't know what it is, but hell yeah.
Nice. It's the same as the intro. We just get on it. All right? We ready?
Right. Let's jump on.
Do we see?
Raging Buffalo. Hey.
Cool. Visa run. We'll take your money. We don't care if you just arrived. We'll take your money. We don't care if you're gay, binary, opposition, or anything else. I don't care. We'll take your money. We don't care if you're made from cardboard. We'll take your money. We don't care if you don't like vibrators. We'll take your money. We don't care if you're bald or hairy. We'll take your money. You got eyebrows or you haven't. We'll take your money. You have skin between your fingers. We'll take your money. I don't care if you got web feet. We'll take your money. Did you swim from here or fly? We'll take your money. I don't care if you haven't got a job. We'll take your money. Are you a busker or did you... I don't know. Are you a bag or made from wood? We'll take your money. We don't care if you're raging buffalo, we'll take your money. Because we are gonna take your money.